Well, well, well. Fancy meeting you all here. But good evening, lads, lasses, and non-binary folk. How are we all feeling? Because I'm feeling quite tired, to be honest, actually. I wasn't expecting today to be so exhausting. But it has been a busy week. Busy week that they spell... But, a busy week that may be... affecting the future of various things I want to do. So, we'll see how it goes, shall we? It'll be interesting to see how these few months turn out. Hello, Ali! You're first, indeed you are. How are you? It's been a while. It has been a while. Oh, goodness. Oof. Yes, I've just been talking about how busy today was and how tired I am. Hope you're feeling a bit less tired than I am. Though I have done some exciting things, and on the day streams you'll see some new stuff I've picked up. Because I can drink some more tea. I've picked up some nice tea. I'm doing tired. I've just mentioned that, but yes. Tired, but otherwise well. Curious about what the future will bring, perhaps is a better way of putting it. However melodramatic that is. I haven't actually gone to the store. Actually, I did go to the store and I did see a few of them. But I was with my nephew at the time and I didn't pick any up. So, I know where they are. I know where a few of them are. So I have to go check them out. I think there was a few of them, especially the Spider-Man games you suggested. And I have to go back to the store. There was a sort of a store that has a lot of older stuff in it. So don't worry. I swear there's no Superman ice cream in Australia. No Superman ice cream here. I'd be curious though. Superman ice cream. I did say they were good. The sweet taste of citrus fruits and the sweeter taste of citrus fruit. Or the many tastes of citrus fruit. There it is. I believe I've had both of them. They were a good, refreshing drink for a summer. It's now coming to winter though. We're at late autumn. So I now need to start thinking of warm drinks. And I've got some day drinks that are good. Some teas, which I think are going to be very exciting. One particularly exciting tea. Another I really love. Picked them up from the little tea shop that's near me. It's very good. Also picked up some of my, shame, I heard it was really good, yes. It might be somewhere, maybe at an import store somewhere. Ah, I see. So it's red, blue, and yellow specifically. Looks sort of like rainbow, actually. Excuse me. But I don't remember seeing anything called Superman ice cream. It's an interesting concept, though. Perhaps at some point. But yes. What's everyone's poison for tonight? For me, I've brought a classic. The South Side. Reportedly, according to cocktail legend, the South Side, the one I'm drinking right now, was the favorite cocktail of one Al Capone. Because the gin his gang imported was rough and difficult to drink on its own, so the South Side was invented, according to legend, to make that gin much more bearable. It's a nice one, so you never know. Make myself one step closer to Al Capone with this drink. Don't know if that's a good thing or not. Good old Al Capone. Famous, infamous, old fellow. Butternut. Peanut butter and marshmallow cream. Goodness. It's like that other American one, right? The peanut butter and jelly. They like putting peanut butter with things, don't they? Interesting. Fluffernut. Fluffernutter. That sounds like a euphemism for something. Sounds like a bloody euphemism. They say the issue with the things we call stuff is bizarre. Granted, we'd have probably come up with a much more explicit name for that sandwich in Australia, so, you know, I'll give it to them to trying to keep it, you know, what is the word for it? Non-euphemistic. They failed, but they tried. But yes, tonight we'll be playing a bit more of an artistic game, a bit of return to form, actually, for me. It's been a long time since I've played one, but I think the first one, Jelly and Jam, it's true. But, I remember a long time ago when I first started this channel, I played a game that had been nominated for BAFTA awards and the like, a very artistic indie game. Can't remember what company it was made by, but I, you know, played it back then, and this is another more artistic game. Now, I found this one because I was just looking at Vtubers, exploring, doing some research to how to do my job better. And I found this one because of that. They suggested it, and I thought, oh, why not? Seems like a fun little drop. Considering I'm pretty tired today, I thought it would be nice to do a bit of a shorter game. A bit more artistic. I do remember Goa being only about an hour and a half long. So maybe this one will be close, maybe it won't be. Who knows? But it's called The Wanderer, Frankenstein's monster. So, apparently it's like an artistic recreation of old, oh, what's his name? What's their name? I cannot remember who wrote that. Why have I forgotten? It's on the tip of my tongue. Mary Shelley, that's the old lass. Old Mary Shelley made Frankenstein. As if Bram Stoker and Dracula. But, the point is, it's a recreation of that story from the perspective of the beast, the creature. It's been a long time since I've read Frankenstein. Has anyone actually read Frankenstein here? You know? Anyone actually read the original book? I read it back when I was quite young. It is a part of my English education. My English course stuff in high school. Did I just hear a Discord notification? Why would have I heard a Discord notification? That doesn't seem right. If you know the Pokemon, I recommend all the main games. Yes, I've been thinking about that new one. Is that new one any good? Do you know? That new, Pokemon game. You know, Arceus or whatever it is. Is that one any good? Well, while you're answering that, let's see if I can get this thing up. Sorry. I'm very distracted today, you'll find. Just exhausted myself. But other than that, let's get into this, shall we? Let's travel through this dramatic journey of rejection by one's own parent, rejection by society at large, and no one whose actual fault it is taking responsibility. That's the bloody only thing I remember about the story, is really Frankenstein is a bit of a prick in the story. He's a bit of a bastard. There's many other retro games too. I gotta get around to some of them. I don't have many retro games left. There's big holes in the retro game stuff too. Because of course I ended up only playing games when my nieces and nephews wanted to play games, not usually when I wanted to play games. So my taste in this sort of thing has come from people much younger than I am. Gives me a bit of a youthful air, doesn't it? But we should jump into the game, shall we? Before I get too distracted. Arceus, and not Arceus. Oh, it's funnier saying Arceus. Sounds like I'm talking about some sort of scientific name for one's rear end. Let's see if we can get this game working. Oh, so I've got 123 subscribers. Where did I get another one? You gonna work? Hey, there we are. You know what? I'm gonna make today's drink really small. I don't wanna... It's just today. So it doesn't really take much of the screen up. There we are. So yes, I'm not too sure what to expect from this game. I said thought it was a puzzler, but all I've known it's good. And it's about 2.5 hours long. So, let's head in, shall we? First of all, I remember a strong light pressing upon my eyes. I didn't get to read that, I was drinking. When I opened them again, the light poured in upon me. I imagine this game is going to be a lot of non-spoken dialogue, so it's time to do my best to, voice act, shall I? This must be the eponymous monster. The titular monster. Eponymous titular fellow. Oh, I see. Let's adjust his eyes. Wait, where are we? Alba. It's blinding. More white hair than you'd find in one of those American program rallies. Oh dear, I've already started with offending the Americans. Yep. So it's a point-and-click sort of journey. I see! Point-and-click. It's like LOL in Dutch. I see. I explored this blank space is blank as my memory. I can see that. My limbs were stiff. Sounds like me after a long night. I think the Frankenstein's monster's just gone on a bit of a bender. Went on a bit of a pub crawl, eh? His memory's blank because he blacked out. Or in this case, whited out. Come on, old mate. Keep on going. You'll remember the embarrassing things you did last night, and also you'll find that your leg really hurts for some reason. Because you probably tried to do something cool to impress your friends. I don't know if everyone in the world has legs like this. Oh, I'm starting to see things. Tables, chairs. Very interesting. Up. Whoop. Here it is! The famous line. Is it going to be spoken? It lives! I can't even remember if that was the famous line, but it is in the movies, so. Yeah. Right. Where's old Dr. Frankenstein, eh? Run! Quick! Everything in this place was strange to me. You and me both, old mate. But, you know, that's what happens when you have a blinding headache from drinking too much. I'm not going to keep that joke going. Eventually, I'll stop. I was like an animal caught in a trap. This fellow's very poetic. Upstairs. A library of some sort? Well, we know where we are. We're in Frankenstein's laboratory. Oop. These pillars. Windows. A well-lit place, eh? Come on, Frankenstein. You've given birth to life, mate. Up, back up to the windows. Come on, mate. You've never had sunlight in your whole life, old Frankenstein, old creature. You gotta be careful with that FPS 50, especially in this blindingly white place. And here I thought my suit was white. Look at the background. My suit's positively dark compared to this place. In fact, my tie is probably about as white as the background. I keep missing what he's saying. Run! Run from your non-existence. I wandered for hours. Oh, the title. The Wanderer. Got it. Memory. Memory. I'm not too sure how to pronounce things in French. This is a French game, by the way. Developed by a French company. So, it's one of the few times you'll ever see me speak positively about the French. I don't know why I hate the French so much. Well, I do, but, you know. Oop. Do tell me I realized that everything's been silent. Oopsie daisies. Now you'll be able to hear things. Should have asked if the sound was good. People watching back are going to be very confused. Alright, mate. Looking a bit dirty, a bit worse for wear. The fresh air caressed my face. Let's get a voice for this fella. Forgotten colours shimmered under my feet. Forgotten, are they? You assume you've forgotten, but perhaps you didn't know at all. So he look a bit more like a blemish upon this screen, isn't he? Oh. Tree. I see. Painted of many colours. As I write these words, years later, I remember this moment of pure joy. I needed to know everything about this place. Everything. Tell me. So it is a bit of a puzzle game. Oh, there it is. Oh, I'm just loving this music. It's nice to return to a mysterious... I'm just making sure I remember it. A sort of mysterious but artistic game. I know they're not as fun for other people to watch, but I do enjoy them. There's the forest, I suppose. Mind saturated with new consciousness. I lost consciousness. I can't remember what the word was. I fainted. Where will we find ourselves now? Woo! A much more complete image of the outside world, it seems. He learns. And if there's hope for a monster like this to learn and understand, you too can do so. Nature. Nature. I see. This is that. Ooh, drink. Drink, my friend. Drink deep of the waters of life. Whoa. I discovered harmony. A symphony of emotions of which I was the conductor. I wish I was the conductor of my emotions. Wouldn't that make things so much more simple? The world would be a simpler place, dear old creature. Now, I really wish I could take things... I want to take it seriously, this game, but I also want to be silly with it, because I'm always a bit irreverent. I find being serious quite difficult. Oh! Next time. I saw some flies at the bottom of the screen, which is a bit ominous. He has seen life, and now he shall see death. Or eat it! I suppose that works too. Let's go. naught but dissonance and hostility. Oh. I suppose he needs to be a vegetarian. Oh dear. That... You know, I've eaten steaks before. Not usually the effect I've had from eating steak. Even if it was really uncooked, so uncooked it seemed like it was about to spring off the plate. But yeah. I suppose everyone perceives it differently. Oh, a snake. Hey, mate. How you doing? Snake, oh, mate. Up, what? Yep, probably should have expected that. Oh, he's very upset. I'm sorry about that. I probably should have expected that. I'm a bit desensitized to snakes, being an Australian. Sorry about that, mate. I thought you knew how to handle it. To the water again. The water it heals. Take a breath. Think about it. A nice place to sit and read a book, don't you think? It's been a while since I've been out and just sat amongst nature. Perhaps I should do that soon. So we've been bitten by a snake. We've drank some water. We ate a carcass. Oh, let's eat some berries. Yep. Now, I'm starting to think these berries and this water may be somehow perhaps poisonous in a more hallucinogenic way, whereas the carcass was just poisonous in the sort of ordinary die from stomach issue sort of way. Won't stray too far, he won't. Oh well, old mate. Let's go back and rest, shall we? Lesson learned. Don't eat rotten food. Don't antagonize a snake. And, drink water. And eat your veggies. Eat your fruits and veggies, children. That's what we've learned from this. I remained immersed in my thoughts. Was I destined to remain confined to this corner of nature? Or was there a wider world? A vibration disturbed the calm of this moment. Like a scent of violence filling the air. Whatever shall we do? I really should have given this guy a silly voice. Should we intervene? Or should we be like so many nature documentarists before us? And watch as nature unfolds and all get a heap of gerbils to jump off a cliff. Who knows? It's a mystery. I'll drink my green Southside. Very perfect drink for this. Green, natural, full of gin. My berry of choice. My berry drink of choice. Gin. Those juniper berries. Delicious. Well, as a kind little fellow, I suppose our little creature will intervene. Yes. I thought he would hold such a view of the world. The world seems beautiful when you do an act that you perceive as good. He's learned this particular emotion. Life seems wonderful. Up and he's just running off into the woods. Got it. Emboldened by his act of kindness, he sprints into the distance. Not exactly what I'd do after helping an old lady cross the street, but you know, these wonderful sensations drove me to explore the world. I wonder if you could just stay there. Keep sleeping and waking up in the woods. What did it all mean? Who was I? A question we all ask. Where was I supposed to go? I'm surprised you even have the ability to have this complex thought. It's a shockingly powerful lightning bolt. I knew a fellow who changed his personality after getting struck by a lightning bolt. It's wild. So maybe, if you need a change in life, just stand in the middle of a storm. Apparently. Fellow used to be an accountant, mathematician type. Then he got struck by lightning. Not exactly directly by lightning. He got shocked by it. Apparently, the trauma from the lightning bolt actually changed his brain in a sufficient enough way that he went from a glorious mathematician to a musical savant, and his marriage collapsed. It's a wild story. Crazy story. Sounds like bloody nonsense, I know, but I swear. Oh, yep, nope, that was going to happen. Alright, kid. What a trusting child. Somebody did not raise him with enough generational trauma about dangerous people. Homins? Homins. I don't know how to spell French words. I was surrounded by what I thought to be small creatures. You're not wrong entirely. Their object amused them a great deal. He's already got childcare down. Oh, this kid's doing a big one. Oh, they're dribbling around the yard. Up. Let's go. Ha! Up. Bastard. I hit the invisible wall. I apologize. They cried out, speaking a language that I did not understand. I wonder what a person who has no language thinks in. Don't you? Lead me somewhere. Alright, we're just gonna leave the ball. Got it. This is all a flashback for this fellow. Okay, its colourful buildings replace the forest that I had just left. Provincial France, I suppose. Enjoyed at not being alone. Yeah, the bloody deer. Yes. I expected that would be the case. Oh, goodness, they really pulled out the torch fast. These medieval peasants, mate. Whoa. Oh, goodness. They are ready to set things on fire. Why is that dog's rib showing? Goodness gracious. Wow, that escalated awfully quickly. Good God. Oh no, the dogs. Oh. Oh. Really, the pitchfork so quickly. You literally took a glimpse of me, mate. We're just gonna roar. People are scared, they'll run away. Hello, Lord Theo. You find me originally having a great time playing some soccer with some children. And as most slightly disfigured people hanging out with children get accused of. Clearly they have misunderstood what I'm doing, so I'm going to roar at them. Better than smacking them in the face, I suppose. Be the better man, as they say. But how are you doing, Lord Theo? I'm enjoying my very green south side. Can you just let me pass? Nope. Alright. They really pulled out the pitchforks and flames real quick in this town. Goodness. If you'd come to me 10 years ago, I would have said that this would be ridiculous, but plain as usual. I'm a bit tired myself, actually. Busy week. Busy week. Oh, have to be up tomorrow, too, for another stream. Goodness. Nope, not gonna let me. Where am I going? Oh, I can go this way. The artistic way makes it difficult to see. Run into the deep woods. Oh, no, into... Where is this? Oh, wow, there! Bloody good shot. Come on, mate, put the pitchforks down. Oh, come on, mate. Stop attacking me with geometric objects. Back off. Attacking me with cubes, the bloody bastards. They're throwing Rubik's cubes at me. How rude. They threw rocks at me. They bloody threw rocks at me. We'll get out of here soon. Those bloody closed-minded medieval peasants, I swear. Don't worry, the Black Plague will get him, old mate. You nary need to do a thing. Though they'll probably blame you for that, too. Run away! Cheers to old medieval peasants. As I drink my southside, I was discovering what fear was. Yeah, that put the fear of God into you, certainly. They had all set upon me. Not all of them, but one word kept coming up, again and again in their language. What was it? Monster. I do not know the reason for the rage which deformed their features. Drop a nuke on King Henry VIII. Goodness gracious. We got away from these beings that were called humans. Humans. For they are wretched little creatures. And why particularly King Henry VIII? What did King Henry VIII ever do to you? He died of heart disease anyway. I don't know what you're worried about. Yep, yes, no. What are you doing? Hide in this man's farm. Just hope he doesn't have a shotgun. Well, this is medieval France. Considering they pulled out pitchforks, you're probably fine. I'm not too sure if I should take this game seriously or not. I should. I want to, because it's a nice, beautiful, artistic game. The music is amazing. What kind of monster am I? Me specifically, or the one in the game? Because he's Frankenstein's monster. I'm a monster of my own creation, unfortunately. As melodramatic as that sounds. I will laugh if there's just someone on the other side of this window and they're just looking up in the morning and, whoa, good God. Oh, a family. Familiar. Oh, whatever. Yes, Frankenstein's monster. He wanders the world. This is based on the book. The original book by Mary Shelley. Look, it's up. And she led me to this college. I remained cautious and decided to observe its habits. Oh, she's using her magic powers to make the book float. Oh my God. Are we really about to watch a marriage on the rocks? Quick. Yes, it's a Frankenstein's monster, otherwise in this game called Frankenstein's creature. Yo, man, needs a book. Oh, there's a... It's big enough to be a cello, so I'm gonna assume it's a cello. How are they not noticing the large, intimidating shadow? Because yes, in the original novel, Frankenstein made the monster, it came to life, he was so frightened by its appearance that he sprinted into the distance and never came back. The monster wandered the world until it finally found him once again after gaining sentience, and angered at its abandonment, challenged old Frankenstein to make another one like it so it would not be so alone. He didn't. It upset him, the monster, and Frankenstein was unequivocally the bad guy in the novel. Bit of a fool. Not willing to take responsibility for what he had done. I brought you tea and a book and you're walking out of the room? Come on, old mate. Ever read the Frankenstein novel? Suppose I have to head back into the other room. It's been a long time since I've read it. Probably should have read it in anticipation for this. Oh, he's pulled out the cello, mate. It's time for Frankenstein to learn the power of music. I assume it was all composed for this game, but it's very good. Sounds like they just recorded somebody playing it straight with no real edits to it. You could hear the knocking of the bow against it. Felix achieved 100 sounds from this wooded object. How do you know his name is Felix? But 'twas too soon. 'Twas too soon indeed. I'm tempted to get this a funny voice and voice act everything like, hey, oh yeah, I wanted to join him, but it was too soon, mate. Dozed off, I made the most of it, to slip inside the cottage, to steal away within its size. A flapping noise for some reason. Probably because it's the sound of birds. To steal away within the cottage. Quick! Run! Escape! Clearly they don't use this little shed very often. Because I haven't found the large man living it. All autumn long, I found myself immersed in their encyclopedia. Don't know how, but I did. The towers change. Page after page, word after word, I became intoxicated with mankind's knowledge. And the seasons turn. Late autumn arrives. The colours are very red. And if we're not friends with the farmers, we are just a monster living rent-free in their garage. In their little shed. Hope they didn't need that encyclopedia. Let's hope it wasn't like it's a medical encyclopedia that was there for their father's illness. That could have been bad. Let's see what they're doing these days. Autumn here. Vegetable patch. Fruit or vegetables. Wanting for meat. Winter is coming. Let's hope it doesn't take 8 seasons, eh? No longer hiring. I understand that problem. Yeah, difficult last. Bible. Believe. Jesus. Jesus, eh? Saved. Household. Rabbit. Animal's activation of the leopard family. Its meat forms a part of a healthy diet. To catch it, the hunter or the poacher sets his traps after spotting a path that it takes regularly or its burrow. Interesting. Though it is not what you wouldn't want to just be eating rabbit. If I remember correctly, you can have what, rabbit famine? Or is it mice famine? Where one can actually become malnourished if they try to survive exclusively on rabbit meat. Or is it I think it's rabbit meat. Because it doesn't actually have a lot of things you need, it's too lean. So you can actually starve while eating it. Right here. Let's go catch ourselves some rabbits. Oh. Oh. Guess we just made this in our spare time, did we? You bastard. That rabbit is very confused. Rah! Yes. Success, my friends. Bloody master rabbit. Catcher. Catch rabbit. Don't understand. Ooh. Rather modest, too. He's rather modest. Make the most of God's blessing indeed. Most of God's blessing. My thirst for knowledge was insatiable. I was learning about animals and machines, flowers and medicine. My thirst for knowledge was insatiable. I was discovering the arts, writers, painters, and musicians. As the seasons turn and the white winter comes. Hey, I've arrived. Winter has come for these people. Let's hope they make it through, shall we? Very good. What problem shall we solve them today? Shivering father. Old body, winter's onslaughts. Unfortunately, kind of my 1,000 dead generations. My children must leave this cottage. Abandoning you. Our family, stay united. Adversity. Sounds like how the people talk in that Planet of the Apes movie. Grand old age, death is a release. Part of the trunk of a tree, which has been cut off for heating. Logs are used to fuel a fire in the fireplace. To split logs with an axe, place the log vertically on the chopping block. It must be completely stable. Take the axe with both hands, strike along the cutting edge. Shall we cut some wood? And let's hope the old mate survives, eh? Knock on wood. Are these broken English something? No, the The creature is slowly learning their language. I believe if it's a French game, I'm going to assume they're speaking French. But he's learning their language over time. And so he only knows a bit of it. So they're not speaking broken English. He just cannot understand everything. Gonna let me raise the damn thing? Ah. Oh, dear oh dear. You're not even looking the right way, old mate. He's got psychic powers. You hear that noise? Ah! Seems like something is bagging. Run! Right. There's nobody there. Must be the noise of the ice cracking. The fire warms old bones. These flames are a real miracle, I assume. God gives miracle. God tests our faith. The winter's gone. Sun will rise once again. And the spring will arrive. God will protect our family. Yes, well, you know, he sort of looks like a god. Sort of like a forest spirit. Doom, 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 doom. Monsters are not monsters. Monsters is merely a label. To give something dangerous and understood. Oh, he's not even speaking this time. And so it's the seasons turn once again. And spring arrives. New life. Cheers to that. By the time spring had arrived, I knew all about mankind's knowledge. He's a smart bastard, that's sure. Perhaps we'll understand them this time. Finally, spring is here! Thanks to the Lord, our family survived the harshness of winter. I wonder what this family did to everyone else considering that. Yeah. We'll harvest fruit and vegetables, as long as the crows have not devastated our vegetable patch. Like last year, let us pray to God so he removes this scourge from our household. I gotcha, mate. Let's go become a scarecrow, everyone. Scarecrow time. Hey, you bastard. Wait, mate. So I haven't hurt the vegetables by doing this. Wait, mate. Hey, mate. He's a smart bastard, so I'm going to steal that for something important. You can do whatever you want. It's true. Dr. Frankenstein might be a prick who doesn't understand the meaning of responsibility if it slapped him in the face, but he does create an awful effective piece of life, doesn't he? He makes a fairly effective and if not irresponsible god. Praise the Lord for his goodness. Starting to sound like one of those superchargers in this place. Gonna make the most of it. Go sell the vegetables. Oh dear, sorry. Ow. Like the vegetables at the market. Well, let's hope he doesn't look in the bleak. Come with you, Felix. See you later, my children. I'm going to rest my old bones. Sounds like me when I talk about these old bones are feeling sore. Me and this old mate has something in common. Has the time come to show myself? Felix and Agatha had gone out. I decided to try my luck. Well, I hope you believe in luck, mate. Not being troubled by my appearance, the blind father would perhaps agree to listen to me. Yes, this does actually happen in the book. By playing him a tune on the cello, I would open his heart. Don't know how he learned to play the cello. Goodness. Really is a smart bastard. Whoopsie daisy. An abandoned... Who's there? A miserable and abandoned creature. Ooh. There's nothing to steal here. Take your shadow and leave. I am not a thief. Good God, who are you? My birth. My memory is like a double-locked chest. What's your name? I do not even know if I have a name. Where do you come from? It was last summer I went through the village on the edge of the forest. But it must remember it was an old woman. Oh, you never know. It'd be a funny thing to do. If only I could answer that question. Who taught you to play the cello? I took refuge in driving from the village. I took refuge in your lean-to. You spied on us? I feared you would reject me. Where do you intend to go? I hope to stay by your side. Your presence does not herald anything good. These are all very attacking, aren't they? What's the most diplomatic one to say? I won't attack their belief in God with that second one. I might just say you weren't happy to find meat on your table. Fight me. Was it you who left us those rabbits? I saw hunger tormenting you. You watched over us. He's very poetic, this fellow. Very poetic, but I doubt this will end well, unfortunately. Now. Well. Should I do this? Would I find here a consolation for my solitude? What's the name of the game? The Wanderer, Frankenstein's creature. Apparently it has a lot of different ways to end. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I've heard. These sort of choices may be actually quite significant. Would I find here a consolation for my solitude? I'd like that. Very poetic. I cannot gaze upon your face, but your voice sounds like a sweet melody. It's in harmony with my soul. Oh, goodness. He's smooth, isn't he? Watch out! Frankenstein creature has missed us. Steal your girl. So why did the humans drive me from the village? Have you done wrong? I have always turned away from violence. I believe you to be sincere, a man with no name or past. I dream of a family like yours. We are poor and lack resources. I will help you eat and keep yourselves warm. You are tall and powerful. I'm not but an old man in my twilight years. I'll watch over you like a son protects his father. My good sir, very poetic. And would you spend your rest of your days in this cottage, lost in the forest? It would be paradise. Let me speak to my children about it. I hear they're back. Making some wise decisions, unlike the others. Alright. It's my age. Gives me wisdom. We're back. We're back. I suppose. Hey, whoa, fast, slow, down. My God! Negotiate. I mean you no harm. Oh, where did he pull? Why they've got fire? Where'd the fire come from? An animal or the devil himself? What are you doing in our house? Why would I retaliate? Of course, flee. They're just stupid. Don't know where they pulled the fire from. I do not want to know where Felix and Agatha were keeping those torches. Don't tell me. Okay, I take it back. Ouch. That's very rude. Everyone rejected me. Why? I wondered. I move forward through this bleak forest. The damp substance which covered the ground chilled my feet. I'm making some wise decisions, but unfortunately this is just how the story goes. There isn't much of a happy ending for old Frankenstein's monster. Puddingham. A movie about this, it's incredible. Besides the coolness, my throat was dry. Was this fear? Yes, unfortunately Frankenstein's monster has sort of been demonized. Whoa! Was it fatigue that measled my senses? My senses? Misled my senses? Was it fear indeed? Ah, the crying... Was this my face reflected in the waters of the lake? A skeleton. A beast. I was indeed this strange creature, weeping in the woods. Don't worry, old mate, I've seen people with worse. You'll be fine. Just grow a sense of humor, everyone looks up to you then. My soul did not recognize itself in this grotesque mask. Maybe I should have a more somber face on. Alas, I did not yet entirely know the fatal effects of my miserable deformity. When day broke, I left the shelter of this sad forest. I'm making dialogue voices right now, this is fun. Well, I'm sort of doing the same thing, really. Wow. Colus. Let's be off, shall we? Down the garden path. My soul was overwhelmed by sadness. Same, mate. It's a mutual feeling. The humans could not see beyond this face, which terrified them. I have a more deep voice. Oh, sorry. Goodness. No need to be out here bragging, mate. After days and days of walking, I found myself in this region that was called Tuscany. Oh, Tuscany. Some wonderful vineyards. Perhaps I would find in these hills a creature who resembled me. Guided by various fragrances, I approached a vast garden. Of golden light, it seems. Blinding. Spoiler alert, Frank. I ain't none, mate. Poor old Frank. Sculpture. Incomplete garden, it seems. No human beings here, only broken limbs were scattered throughout this place. Perhaps a statue maker we shall be. Love is a great miracle worker. It turns stone into flesh. Somebody has been into the Greek classics where that fellow made himself a woman out of stone to be his perfect wife. There he is, Pygmalion. I decided to make a statue who I would make my acquaintance. Shunned by mankind, I would no longer be alone. Yes, I'm starting to wonder that perhaps I should get a leg first. I think this is going to be your home. There you go. I think you're awfully optimistic for old Frankenstein. I appreciate it, but, you know, that would be my double. Right here. Got one chicken leg. That'll work. It's a hand with a... We need a torso, old mate. Any torsos happen to be around here? Arms, arms, arms. Face. Winged. Birdman. Trident. Juicer. There we are, torso. That looks like a torso to me. Like Gorgon. Eh? What form would it take? Honestly, no idea. This lady seems to already have a chicken leg. Let's give her a Gorgon head. That sounds like fun, doesn't it? Let's check the other options, though. Ooh. Pan. Another bootleg? I've just realized I've made them like a half pan person. Nice. Muscular arm. How about that? Could just hurt me greatly. A bunch of statue parts lying around the garden. Convenient, isn't it? What is this, by the way? What's this one? Hand grasping a snake. Bird torso. Hand grasping a head. Hand grasping nothing. Hand grasping a trident. What's the other hand grasp? Pointing to the sky. Let's go with that pointing one. We're not going to make Medusa. I'm bloody well going to. It's the only feminine head I can seem to find. Oopsies. Yeah, I think I stuffed that one up. It would be repulsive. I would love it like myself. So we've got blank face. Got bird face. We've got very manly torso. Wow, that is a statue and a half. Check out this one. Wow, fabulous. A sculptor in this place. Bloody artist. Bloody artist. Other than that, seems the only feminine I had. That's a weird pose for a woman. Well, you know, could have been better, but, you know, I didn't check the whole place. I'm sure there's more I could have found, but you know what? There you go. My work was complete. Would this miracle of life be accomplished? Probably not. I marveled and my heart was enkindled by this simulacrum of a body. I wanted to embrace it and hold it against. Well, that is just tragic. That is bloody tragic. To feel the marble come to life. Oh, this is sad. Alright, mate. Oh. Oh, dear. This is like one of them lads who own one of them body pillows, eh? Oh, dear. You know, he's gonna snap this in half, mate. You know, he just made the toy, don't break it yet. It's just enough to make a grown man cry. I understood this was all naught but an illusion. Thank God. I think it was tragic if he snapped it in half. A fantasy born of my despair. Life could not spring from inert matter. Let's hope you aren't inert matter either. Luckily, this companion I dreamed of would be made of human flesh. Ooh, very ominous. I decided to leave this garden of torments with solitude as my only friend. It's enough to make a grown man cry. With a heavy heart, he walks out of this garden of fantasies. I remember this immense pain. Girls, what immense winters. Oh, was I born from the womb? Oh dear. Poor old mate. What a tragedy has befell him. Summerton. Tim. Goodness, I'm not good with these foreign words. Should be calling them, hey, yo, summit, mate. Hey, goodness. Transforming perspectives. In fact, it almost should be playing the... No sculptor has shaped me. No family had awaited me anywhere on this earth. Like I was doing almost like a fast version of walking by letting him skip over perspectives instead of us going down the hill and up again, and that's a skip over. It's very interesting. If you can't pronounce them, use Google Translate. Stuff that. Then it'll match up with the next path. And off we go. The sound of the faraway bells resounded in the valley. As we summited the mountain. Where would we find ourselves now? So into this divine singing coming from the mountain, I headed toward the setting sun. Goodness. What shall we find upon this distant mountaintop? I wonder, I wonder. A church! Deus! Seems we found God upon this mountaintop. We found God. In one of them bloody churches made by those people. There's a sect of Christianity who believed a certain saint of Catholicism, I believe, that would have visions of difficult jobs. And they feel like their responsibility as part of this thing was to achieve difficult tasks, like building a church upon a high mountain. As I answer his call with faith and humility, I'll bring you the good news. Through your actions, complete this book and open the gates to eternal salvation. I remained in ecstasy facing the statue, which spoke to me. He found God high up on a mountaintop. Only too common. Alright, he's gonna read the Bible. Let's go. Exciting! Let's go! Judges! Let's read about how all the fellows, they turned away from God, then a weird person came and conquered Israel, and then they prayed to God, and they sent somebody to save Israel from this conquering king, and one time a left-handed man stabbed a fat guy. It was great. My favorite book of the Bible. Song for Easter Mass. Wow, they really left a lot in this destroyed church. I'm shocked this book is still alive. Or do they still come to this church? Embrace the story and the word of God. The Lord is risen. Hallelujah. 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 The Lord is risen. Like spring over us, a new day is dawning. Like spring, Christ is risen. I don't know why I'm going all super church pastor, but let's go with it. Joy of the world, O Christ, man's friend. Joy of the world, we are delivered. God has opened the gates of the garden wide open for us. God has opened it again and told us to enter. I suppose. Drink the wine and eat the bread. Hey! It's time to... Oh, let's probably play the thing before we leap off the cliff. Did you learn how to play the organ, mate? Would this organ even work? Oh, good God. Oop. Organs are always so bloody ominous. Hello, Mac. You join me being my best Christian-based supervillain. Playing the organ mysteriously upon a mountaintop. After being chased from the village and waking up from a really nasty night out drinking. Well, the creature did, I didn't. If I am in Christ, I am a new creature. I enter his house with joy. How are you feeling, Mac? By the way, brought any interesting poisons? Today I brought a Southside. According to cocktail legend, apparently the favorite cocktail of Al Capone himself. Ah. Yes, this sort of fellow doesn't really walk. He sort of lumbers about the place, doesn't he? Now, what shall we find here? Okay, just woke up. Fair enough. I have no idea why I picked that up. Probably later on today. Carrying around a jar. Oh, straight in the old Christ. He's bitten a balloon. I know we're supposed to lean on the promises of God, but goodness, mate. Be a bit careful. Why is everything getting ominous now? Oh, enter the tomb. Sounds like fun. Seems like the ideal thing to do. Enter the old crypt. This is a relaxing stream until Panda and Andy arrive. Oh, there he is! Oh, God himself. Look down upon our mortal souls. What else shall we find? Pick it up. Wait. Come on, slow down. Yep, okay. Bit fiddly. Don't know why that looked up. Oh, whoa, wow. Right here. Anything else to find in this part of the church? Or must I find where to place this urn? Well, let's read this first, shall we? As you share my suffering, you also share my consolation. I don't want a consolation prize. I was just born into this world 3 seasons ago, mate. Come on. I just want friends. As this urn will go with the others. Wise words. Well, let's give these graves some flowers, shall we? Rest in peace, my friend. And when you come, and all the roses falling, and I am dead, as dead I well may be, are you not fair? The place where I am lying, and kneel and say an Ave there for me, and I shall hear though soft you tread above me. Sorry, that's what put me in mind of that song. And on my dreams will warmer, sweeter be. And you not fail to tell me that you love me, and I shall sleep in peace until you come to me. Interesting. What else do you say, book? Origin of joy and sacrifice. I am full of shame and choose to atone for my sins before my brothers and sisters. No. If I am in Christ, I am a new creature. I enter his house with joy. Have some hope. So you believe the God of joy and light. Yes, a God who apparently he's discovering religion high up on a mountaintop. I guess that's what he found up on the mountaintop. Deus. God himself. Go and join your brothers in the house of the Lord. Alright, this book is talking to us. Alright. Frightening. I became aware of my good deeds. Alright. I had chased the serpent from paradise. Fled the village and the cottage. I had renounced violence. I was good. I was convinced of it. My humans and brothers would gladly welcome me. Mate, that religion's strong, but it's not quite that strong. Oh, hello, J-Hank. You come to me as Frankenstein's creature discovers God high upon a mountaintop. This is the day of the Lord has made as a joyous day. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Reminds me of my childhood at church. My brothers, we are all God's creatures. As it is in him that all things were created, things in heaven and on earth. Give him thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love is everlasting. Blessed be the brotherhood in which we watch over one another. Brotherhood, I am distinctly thinking of a female form over there, but yes, fair enough. Whatever good the Lord shall do to us, the same will we do to you. I'm a confused man. I've been saying this, and I don't know what this is about. Well, this, my friend, is Frankenstein's creature, the Wanderer. Everyone, breathe deep and pray for him, I suppose. Because God can only hope this poor bastard now. The Messiah appears in the divine light. Oh, really now? He is the second coming. Whoa, 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 mate. All right. No, whoa, no, no, no. Jumping the gun a bit there. Before they were throwing out, pulling out bloody lit torches out of their arse, and now they're throwing Rubik's cubes at me, and now they're bloody coming to me thinking I'm the second coming of God. You're going to be very confused once I step out of there. Yep! Yay, 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 yay. Bound to you, Savior. This is going to end awfully. But we're going to go with the second one. Because, why am I suddenly stopped being tracked? Yeah, mate, the surprise has shocked both me and the camera. That dissonant. That dissonance has suddenly shocked everyone. Oh, I'm back. Okay, wish me luck. This is going to really paint a bad image on the pastor if they think we are a demon. Rest in peace, old pastor. Rest in peace. He found religion. And now he's sad. Because they're all stupid. Hey, honestly, at least this time they didn't try and stab you. That's an ideal. They ran away. I ran relentlessly all the way down, way to the peak of a mountain. I thought you were already on the peak of a mountain. Also, why was people coming to this church? A storm arose, I was exhausted. Yes. Industria. We found religion, and now he's sad. Like everyone found religion. Yes. Era Quintus, 2020. 2. The sequel to 2021. Don't know why I said that, but that was funny. I saw refuge was a valley which stretched out at my feet. Old religion. It helps some, doesn't help many. Love that little skip. If I was not God's creature, then I had a father. Damn, another heartbreak. It's from the 2020 franchise, yes. This fellow's from the 1020 franchise. Already black, well, the 1820 franchise. This fellow's living in the 1820s. Smoke a rose. Oh, the distant church bell still. What in God's good name is that? What are you? Gazette die Jongstelat. Domadi 26 December 17th. Monster, still at large. We recommend that our readers remain vigilant, as the creature, which has been terrorizing the population, is still nowhere to be found. Our brave police officers have failed to arrest Dr. Frankenstein, who is suspected of carrying out this horrific experiment. When they burst into his home at 13 White's Street, right in the city center, Victor Frankenstein had already fled. Despite a careful search of his workshop, the investigators were not able to discover his macabre laboratory. Read more in tomorrow's paper. Ah, why are we speaking 1940s news reporter? Because I'm doing whatever the hell I want, mate. I am the master of this hall, the captain of this ship, the commander of this particular sad battalion. So you better listen to whatever I say, eh? If I'm talking a 1940s news reporter, it's because that's what I think of when I read newspapers. I got boiled at the prospect of this confrontation. Let's find him. Old Victor. Unfortunately, in all of his life, he was never a victor or anything. Where's your ship cap? Oh, it's already sailed off into the sunset. But hey, we've returned. We escaped from this place, if I remember correctly. At the beginning of the game, we came out of that locked door. Victor Frankenstein's diary, huh? So practically they left you behind. Yes. It's all about Frankenstein. It's a Van Helsing movie. I asked where the Hugh Jackman is in this. Well, maybe Victor Frankenstein is Hugh Jackman. You'll find out. Wow, these police officers are awful. The first page of his diary. Huge jacked man isn't here yet. We've only got tall, disfigured creature. But these police really suck at their job. The bloody first entry in the diary is, "My terrible secrets must be remained hide behind these steel doors. I, Victor von Frankenstein, have tried to unlock the secret of life." I don't know why he's a bloody Dracula. Ah, I want to suck your blood. What, should we go for that sort of voice for this guy, or should I be French? I, Victor von Frankenstein, have tried to unlock the secret of life. I have brought into this world a creature which threatens mankind's very existence. I will leave this laboratory and block access to it. None shall know the horrible truth. My terrible secret must remain hidden behind this steel door. There we are. How about that? Voice actor extraordinaire, hire me. Isn't Frankenstein a German name? Indeed it is, but this is a French game. And I'm better at French than I am at German accent, so you'll just have to deal with that. And French accent is definitely sort of in air quotations. I feel like as a kid I just grew up around people making fun of the French. My father, for some reason, didn't always like... Well, not my grandfather never really liked the French for some reason. You can to mankind's woe, I dreamt of being God's equal. So basically, Frank moves to France, yes. Right here. Well, let's check around this laboratory. Let's do some metamorphosis. Ovid, of course. They took the upward path through the still-sided, steep and dark, shadowy with dense fog. Drawing near to the threshold of the upper world, Orpheus, afraid of Eurydice, was no longer there, and eager to see her, turned his eyes. Instantly she slipped away. He stretched out to her in his disappearing arms, eager to rescue her or feel her form, but could not hold nothing save the yielding air. Dying the second time, she could not say a word of censure of her husband's fault. What had she to complain of? His great love. Her last word spoken was farewell, which she could barely hear, and with no further sounds, she fell from him again to Hades. I found it funny. Metamorphosis, Ovid's Metamorphosis is an interesting tale because there's a very similar tale in Japan that has almost exactly the same comedy. I wonder if how many more cultures have a very similar idea, where someone goes to the underworld to save a loved one, but the idea is they're not supposed to look upon the loved one until they leave the underworld, but they always do. It's a very common story thing that turned up in two cultures, Japan and, I believe this is Greek? It's one of the Greek classics. Pygmalion, amazed by the beauty of his ivory statue, fell in love. Aphrodite gives birth to Galatea, who the sculptor marries, and then gets upset because she's a real, living, speaking woman. And he just fell in love with the statue because, you know, statues don't talk back. Romeo and Juliet. Ooh. Romeo. Shall I believe that unsubstantial death is amorous, and that the lean, abhorred monster keeps thee here in the dark to be his paramour? For fear of that, I still will stay with thee, and never depart from this palace of dim night. Depart again. Here will I remain with worms that are thy chambermaids. Oh, here I will set up my everlasting rest, and shake the yoke of inauspicious stars from this world-wearied flesh. This speaks of every mythology, if you can count Shakespeare's mythology. Eyes, look your last, arms, take your last embrace, and lips, oh, you the doors of breath, seal with a righteous kiss. A dateless bargain to engrossing death. Come, bitter conduct, come, unsavory guide, thou desperate pilot, now at once run on the dashing rocks thy seasick weary bark. Here's to my love, O true apothecary, thy drugs are quick, and thus with a kiss I die. Classic. And Romeo drinks the poison only for Juliet to wake up and then stab herself with a knife. Good time. My dear Victor, I am writing to you from Paris, where a delightful comedy by Molière entitled Don Juan of the Feast, with the statue is being performed. In it, the noble woman Esvia tries out of pity to save a poisonous soul of Don Juan. Where are you? What are you doing? Elizabeth and I are sick with worry. Give us some news, your friend, Henry. Ooh, very delicate friend. I'm Henry. Oui, oui. Well, the idea of a good piece of literature out of Shakespeare's is a difficult idea on itself. Ooh, goodness. I'm sure all these things relate to everything. Paradise Lost. Oh, another classic. Goodness, this fellow loves this. This is where this book is all... I swear, this book is the entire reason why we have sexy Satan. I tell you. Paradise Lost, starring Satan himself. Old Lucifer Morningstar. The beautiful, melodramatic, you know, Prince of Hell. Ooh. Suave, handsome, and stunned by Eve's beauty in the Garden of Eden. Paradise Lost. Because before this, if I remember correctly, it was funny in analyzation, but before this, Paradise Lost, most ideas of the devil was a repulsive creature. Yes, essentially. Because before, if you look up old pictures of the devil, he was this little weedy, like, I come to steal your children, castrate you. That sort of thing. Ah, yes, do the evil, run from me, fear me. It was this little weedy little bastard. Or like a horrifying creature. I don't know why I chose to say castrate you, but in Paradise Lost, he's a melodramatic anti-hero sort of thing, you know? It's interesting. I don't know if this is the first piece of literature with him being more of like a beautiful, you know, fallen angel type, you know? Rather than a, you know, wretched creature. The Archangel Michael driving Adam and Eve out of the Garden of Paradise. Who who in all things is wise and just, hindered not Satan to attempt the mind of man, with strength entire and free will armed, complete to have discovered and repulsed whatever wiles or foes or seeming friend. For still Adam and Eve knew, and ought to have remembered, the high injunction not to taste that fruit. Whoever tempted, which they not obeying incurred, what could they less? The penalty. And manifold in sin deserved to fold. They look back, all the eastern side beheld of paradise, so late their happy seat, waved over by that flaming brand, the gate with dreadful faces thronged, and fiery arms. Some natural tears they dropped, but wiped them soon. The world was all before them, where to choose their place of rest, and Providence their guide. They, hand in hand, with wandering steps and slow, through Eden took their solitary way. I feel like this is one of my reading screams. Right, Paradise Lost. Oh, what's this one? Elizabeth, Lavenza, and Victor Frankenstein have the pleasure of inviting you to their marriage, which will take place at Ingolstadt Town Hall on 1st January. Oh dear, Elizabeth, what has happened to you, I wonder? Tristan and Isolde learnt the news. Alright, I was supposed to click on things. Reading is the gameplay here, fair enough. And Isolde learnt the news. She was dumbstruck with pain. She held him in her arms. She lay down close to him and kissed his mouth and his face. She clasped him against her. She stretched out her body against his, her mouth against his. She gave up her soul and died beside him of grief for her lover. Tristan died for his love. Isolde, because she could not arrive in time. Tristan died for his love, the beautiful Isolde, out of her tenderness for him. Right. Got it. My dear Victor... Well, let's try to do a female voice now. my dear Victor, my heart suffers for want of news. Am I to be alone at our marriage, like Penelope waiting her Odysseus? I have not lost hope that we will be reunited one day. To relieve my boredom, I am rereading Paradise Lost, the poem by Milton that you love so. Take care of yourself, I beseech you, right, Elizabeth. Dear oh dear, Victor. You certainly are a poor husband. Now, what did I miss in this? Is there anything here to bloody click? Ah, Adam and Eve. Really? Hey, bastard. Why is an excerpt for... There you go. Henry, Don Juan, and Elvira. Eurydice and Orpheus. Eurydice. Yes. Metamorphosis. Romeo. Oh, I missed it. There's another page. Excuse me. Oh, child, drink all, and left no friendly drop to help me after. I will kiss thy lips. Haply some poison yet doth hang on them, to make me die with restorative. Kisses him. Thy whips are warm. Watchman, backstage. Lead, boy, which way? You noise, then I'll be brief. Seizing Romeo's dagger. Oh, happy dagger, this is thy sheath. She stabs herself. There rust, and let me die. She falls upon Romeo, and dies. Aphrodite, Pygmalion, and Galatea. To mankind's woe, I dreamt of being God's equal. Right. Still missing 2 names. Whose bloody names are we missing? Is that wrong? Certainly not ideal. I'll give you that. Perhaps there. The Sorrows of Young Werther, John Wolfgang von Goethe. See, Charlotte, I do not shudder to take the cold and fatal cup from which I shall drink the draught of death. Your hand presents it to me, and I do not tremble. All is now concluded. The wishes and the hopes of my existence are fulfilled. With cold, unflinching hand, I knock at the brazen portals of death. Oh, that I had enjoyed the bliss of dying for you. How gladly I would have sacrificed myself for you, Charlotte. And I could have but restore peace and joy to your bosom. With what resolution, with what joy would I not meet my fate? But it is the lot of only a chosen few to shed their blood for their friends, and by their death to augment 1,000 times the happiness of those by whom they are beloved. We're still missing a name. Is that so ridiculous, the whole poison thing? It is pretty ridiculous. It is fairly silly, isn't it? That they managed to do that. Fairly silly. But that is a story born of the character's particular proclivities. See, she was a thinker. Romeo was a romantic. So he so quickly poisoned himself, let himself die, because that was his heroic fault. Shakespeare's tragedies were, I believe, based upon older Greek tragedies, where characters have massive faults that lead to their downfall. So, in his case, his poeticism led to the whole death of his friend. And in the end, the death of his lover. They didn't manage that. That's so funny. So it's sort of the tragedy comes from the fact that they were so foolish. They acted too quickly. They were too ready to die for one another. I'm not too sure what I'm supposed to do. These are all about death and dying. Only condoning each other what a man's almost do to a teenager, am I right? Yeah. I don't even think it was a week. I think it was 3 days. 3 days. Certainly a whirlwind romance, that's for sure. What am I missing? Who are those last 2 names that escape me? Ah, here they are. Ariadne, abandoned by Theseus on the island of Dia. Rough. To mankind's woe, I dreamt of being God's equal. Adam and Eve? There we are, the puzzle solved. Let us find this wretched secret of his, shall we? The one which we escaped from at the beginning of the game, before we knew anything, actually, before we had true consciousness. We were like an old larrikin had just been on a heavy night out. It's a lot more whiter in this. Adam and Eve. And Steve. Such a silly argument that it was Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Oh. Oh, and here we are, where life was born under the storm. Don't know why there's another leg there, but you know what? I'll leave it. In a flash, I understood the dreadful truth. Oof. I was naught but an assembly of bones, flesh, and blood. Victor Frankenstein had tried to unlock the secret of life, turning mine into a hell. And he had fled, the wretch. I decided that I would attempt his horrible experiment myself. Would you now? A leg. At least this time we have an appropriate amount of arms, legs, and bodies. Does he think if we just put the body together it'll just pop to life? Oh well, alright, I'm not gonna stop him. Poor old fellow. On this lever, I would break this solitude which was driving me insane. Oh, goodness, and I'm about to start some solitude, so I'm gonna hit wave tires. Now this is a choice, isn't it? This could end poorly. Whatever shall I do, old green mint leaf of my drink? Tell me. Frankenstein is its own identity or the brain's identity? You wonder, eh? You certainly do wonder. Seems to be its own identity, considering it had to relearn language. I imagine the corpse he stole the body off did know how to talk. He did not. I don't know if the corpse would know how to play organ or cello, but this one does. So I imagine the case is he is his own being. A creature with its own soul, so to speak. The question is, should we do it? Eh? The music suggests this is perhaps not an exactly good decision. I feel like I'm being very poetic today. Such ventures are not always met with ideal outcomes. If they're on the screen, activate and attempt the experiment or give up. Attempt to create once again another life. Or give up and live forever in solitude. I'm going to guess if he tries this, it's not going to work. Victor von Frankenstein was not such a foolish man. What shall I do? Hard decision. I'm thinking of going activate. It's not gonna work, but we can bloody well try, can't we? Did I have the right to create a creature which would experience the same torments as I? Never saw the movie. Was I going to play God like you, Victor? Now you're making me question my decision. If it is the more righteous thing to do, I suppose giving up would be good. I wasn't expecting to be asked a second time. Anyway, this would make Frankenstein's husband, J. Hank. If you look at the body, I'm pretty confident in saying that's more going to be Frankenstein's husband. Oh, no, it's gonna bloody well work. All you left me was vengeance. Right. That didn't work. This laboratory has borne witness to the birth of a demon. In his wandering, he has continuously spread terror. Like this wretch, I am now pariah, abhorred by the community of mankind. My sole hope is to find refuge at the end of the world. To continue my research there with the assistance of my valuable documents. I will head to the nearby port. I shall find a skiff which will lead me to the islands of the North Cape. Farewell. This did happen in the book, actually. This is how Frankenstein's monster finds him, if I remember correctly. Follows him to the ends of the earth. Oh, poor old... I should have given up. I was immersed in the nightmare of being with a sick mind. Nope. What? Oh, there's a secret thing behind the fireplace. Victor Frankenstein, you son of a bitch. One day you would face the one who had created. Dear oh dear. We may have been sent down a dark path. I left this cursed place and headed to in the direction of the port. The color is gone. So artistic. Hey, it won some awards. I took an abandoned boat. Goodness. A favorable wind carried me towards the ocean. And apparently, you didn't sink immediately. Ideal. Ooh. Like a painted boat upon a painted sea. It's a painted ship. That's right, the Animation Mariner. We stuck nor breath nor motion, as idle as a painted ship upon a painted ocean. On we go. Equal. That beautiful painting. Though your comments, J. Hank, suggest you don't take these sort of artistic games very seriously. I would tell you my first game I ever played on this channel was an artistic game. I had become a demon plagued by anger. And the wind seems to be too... Oh, there's a lake. In the sky. Victor Frankenstein would soon repent for the evils he had inflicted upon me. I know, I saw it. Ah, did you now? Certainly had a hard time talking in that one, I remember. It was pretty tough to have anything to say about that game. No dialogue, only stupid puns about being the apple of somebody's eye. The North Cape appeared in the morning mist. Apparently, bloody Frankenstein's monster is an able sailor. Goodness. Remember in the book, Frankenstein is talking about what he did to somebody else. On an island, I would encounter my father and make him pay. I didn't get the rest of that. Right. I would make him pay for his cruelty. This lass is going to be pretty shocked by this. Evening, lass. How you doing? Nighty-night. Oh, never mind. Greetings, stranger from the mainland. Doesn't my appearance terrify you? Why? I really like your costume. I am Aphrodite. I make you my Poseidon. Rightio. The goddess Aphrodite. What an honor. Aphrodite. What an honor. Join us. It is the Fisherman's Carnival. Anything goes. Well, this is like turning up on Halloween Day. Messed up. So they say. Convenient. I'm awaiting for the flautist. What a wonderful costume. They speak to me. Do you know where the flautist is? Not that I don't respect this narrative kind of game, but there are things made for artistic purposes that only don't end up liking in these kinds of games. Well, that's art for you, unfortunately. It allows itself to be more open to that sort of idea. Take my flute if you want to guide the procession. Alright, mate. Goodness. Not straight away. I'll be out there for you eventually. The flutist shall flaunt his way. Those flying fish. You can't even explode them with a ball, you say. Amazing. Nailed it. Whoa. Hey. Have I found friends on this faraway island? Oh, mate, I doubt you have found such friends. 'Twere so easy. Ronaldo soccer. Now let's take this, well, let's explore the town a bit more, then take the flute. Shall we? What an original outfit, they say. Ronaldo. You the flutists? Yes, I do. Now it feels like we're in Greece all of a sudden. To sign up at the store. Sign up at the stand. Is it time to join a costume competition? Do you want to sign up? To what? To the competition of the couple with the best costume. What a wonderful idea. There, you're signed up. I suppose our couple is over there. Let's get on stage, shall we? He's got himself his own... look at him. Getting up in life. He's got himself a maiden. How wonderful they are. Claps all around. Here is the winning couple. Oh, goodness. That was quick. Well done on your costumes. And thank you. I just woke up like this. I woke up like, oh, it's hilarious. I'm hilarious. Yay! All these people are happy despite their deformed faces. Yes, because they can take them off. Old mate. They can take them off. That is why they are happy. But let's not burst his bubble just yet, shall we? Let's play some pipe organ. Start the dance. Shall we? shimmy. Look at them shimmying about the place. Not quite on time. Yeah, he did one because no one else considered him. All these people are happy. Now, what to do? Is there anything else left to do? Doesn't seem so. It's time to lead this procession and become some sort of frightening Pied Piper of Hamelin. You're the fortress? Apparently. Apparently. So let's lead this procession, shall we? Because apparently this fellow just really doesn't want to do his job. I've celebrated too much. I'm going to rest a little. Oh, we drank too much. Oh, you idiot. There's always bloody one of them. Can't handle his alcohol, yet still drinks. Let's go. Let's go! I need to collect all the fishmen. I wonder what order I do them then. Yellow, green, blue, orange, purple. I follow you, stranger. Honestly, sounds like a poor decision on your part, but you know what? Clearly stranger danger doesn't exist in this tiny fishing village, unlike it exists in every other village. Onward! Now the orange man. Then we're looking for purple. Glory to the flying fish. Dun, 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 dun. I've lost the fish, and no one saw that fish again. I've lost my people. Where's the other purple fish? They're probably like, where's the flute has gone? Do you remember where the purple fish was? They said it was a slow. Rightio, none of the areas, though. Oh, there he is. How did I not see him? He was the first guy I saw. Come on, you bastards. Let's go! I think I have everyone now. It's very clever how they show you the right color order by showing you the colors on the banners. That's very clever. I like that. It was the colors on the banners. I started seeing flying fishes. I was spinning. I had never known such joy. I think that was a clever way to show the answer to the puzzle. I really like that. Where to be, I wonder now. Where shall we go? Where are you, Victor Frankenstein? Oh, yes. Can I dance? No, we shall leave. This mysterious man enters, runs around, and then disappears into the fog. Oh no, he's going to look for the lady. Sorry, I wasn't reading that. This is going to end terribly, won't it? Something occurred. What? Mate? What occurred? Oh, this is not going to be good, mate. This isn't gonna be good. So it's a pretty hot take. Just, as if you no longer control your body. Just leave, mate. It's for the best. It's just for the best, mate. I'm probably playing right into the game's hand at this point. But I just cannot see this working well. Just cannot see it working well. You are, actually. Where am I now? Oh, dear, oh dear. God, this is going to end terribly. This is gonna end poorly, isn't it? But I'm ever the optimist. Let's just go look at her face, for God's sake. This... Oh, God. This is gonna end poorly. Oh, dear. I apologize for this dear old creature. I should all abandon me. Oh, God damn it, mate! Listen to me! Listen to me, you idiot! I'm just trying to help you. I'm the word of God, your divine providence. What afloat? What land do you come from? Just ask about Victor Frankenstein. Oh, God damn it, mate. I'm trying to make a reasonable decision. Oh, God damn it. Oh, this can't. This isn't going to end well. I'm actually going to move myself to the other side of the screen for a moment. There we are. Keeps me out of the way of this beautiful scene. Let's just go with that more vague romanticness. I should have just changed and leave. I'm already... No, I'm trying to help you, you fool! Bloody idiot. Please! No, I'm trying to save you. Good God, mate, this is gonna hurt. The flowers have wilted. Those rose-tinted glasses are a hell of a thing. I should have just left. Wow, this game is really doing something to me. It's actually doing quite well. My face is unfortunately the one which is beyond your eyes. This game is making me... You're mocking me. Ah! Let's just go with the do not touch me. Do not touch me. Let's just let her discover for herself. Let your heart speak. Oh dear. I should have just walked her. Don't do the first, so edgy. This is the face of death. I left this fantasy of love behind me. I probably should have let it behind you before. My mind more tented, I walked along the coast. I've made some poor decisions for this poor fellow. A fisherman had spoken of a mad scientist who had lived as a recluse on the tip of the island. And so we shall find him. At world's end. That's how we don't kill the poor bosses. She doesn't deserve you, Frankie. Scriptorum. Scriptorum. Yeah, that's right. Hey, I'm a bloody... This guy's a bloody vegetarian. He saved a deer, a little baby deer from a snake. A family from the winter. Victor had turned this cabin into a makeshift laboratory. Here we are. Our journey's end. He would be there ready to welcome his son, I'm certain. I know what happens in the story, so you all can probably tell where this is going. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Such stories don't always have happy endings. Too good for this world, Frank. Too good for this world, oh Frankie M. Too good for this world. He knows how to music. That's a pretty valuable for a man. No trace of my father. That coward preferred to flee rather than face me. But he had left his working documents. Oh dear. Magic, eh? Alchemy. What does this elucidate? Frankenstein, this monster. In absolute solitude, I decided to write the story of my short life. My sole companion was the sea, far from the laboratory which bore witness to my birth. Unmindful of the passing time, I immersed myself in my memories. Despite the tiredness, I wrote the story of my life. Victor Frankenstein, more like Victor Chickenstein. Ha! Nailed it. You did. Winter has arrived and the icy wind blew from the north. I am completely exhausted. But my mind is lucid and aware. I'm ready. Determined, I'm ready to write the epilogue of my story. You, who is reading these words, shall never understand the horror of my solitude. I need to create a companion with whom I can live in the interchange of those feelings of love necessary for my happiness. Victor have left his valuable, precious documents behind. I will recreate his experiment. At nightfall, I will reach the graveyard of the fisherman's village under the cloak of darkness. I shall exhume the corpses of which I shall fashion my Eve. Farewell. Alium. Allium. Is that the end of this story? Is that what my choice has led to? Man will not associate with me. But one as deformed as myself would not deny herself to me. Mate. A creature like yourself, whose joint perversely might desolate this world. You will regret this choice. Oh, this is me. I get to be something. But I accept it. That's definitely something I'd say. I'm not the kind of person to say, no, you shouldn't do this. I'm more going to make, just don't say I didn't tell you so. But I accept. My life will flow away quietly. What now? Should we leave him to decide his fate? I feel we should at least give him the alternative, whatever that happens to be. I do not believe you. I cannot be happy without a companion. Zombie apocalypse. Are we suggesting a zombie apocalypse? Sounds like fun! Is it not a feint that will afford you a wider scope for your vengeance? Am I asking him to start the zombie apocalypse? I honestly think I'm asking him to start bloody John Romero's Night of the Living Dead. Yes, it would be as though call me in the morning. Yeah, but not everyone's like you. Some yearn for connection. But let's go. Why not give birth to a race? In your eyes, I would be destined to an eternal solitude. Should we lead him to Victor Frankenstein? Or should we leave him alone to create his companion? What should we do? What should we do, indeed? Frankenstein, if it's any like the story, will hold no responsibility over his actions. He's a frighteningly irresponsible man. It won't accomplish much. Let's leave him free. Farewell. Let's leave him alone. Nothing good will be coming from Frankenstein, as long as you don't murder people. No, creating the wife, though. This guy taught himself how to play cello by listening to it. Honestly, mate, I think he'll figure it out. I think he'll bloody figure it out. Ooh. Ooh, crunchy. Eesh. No blood left in these corpses, I swear. You'd think it'd been all congealed by now. It's horrid sounding, isn't it? God. original story, I believe he tried to force Frankenstein into making the wife. And it may not have been the right choice. No, it may not have been. But sometimes, ain't much else you can do. He seemed pretty determined. And I imagine if we had led him to Frankenstein, all he'd have done is threatened him to make the wife. Get hungry with those noises, are you now? Goodness. It lives, perhaps. Does it live? I'd suggest closing the door. Did you fail? Is this going up? He did not. I will not. The electric bill would make Frankie want to die again. Frankie M and Frankie W. It's a bit optimistic, but let's go with the ride, shall we? How rude. You're a miracle. It's a book which tells of a miserable face. My vices were born of enforced solitude. Let's be positive. Let's twist the language so it's nice. Even the darkest tales, such a story couldn't be found. Rude. Yes, well, you know, what do you expect? Now, in bringing it into the world... Oh, I'm talking from her. Am I talking from her perspective? You bind me to your suffering. So he would say that, and they would say this, I suppose? Whatever shall we do? Something I've been asking a lot this time. I just can't stand saying the line, I have so much love to give. It seems a bit much. Dear, oh dear. Where is the Frankenstein misery or mystery again? The Frankenstein mystery? Wasn't aware there was a mystery about Frankenstein. It was created by a mad scientist. Mad scientist didn't take responsibility for his creation, ran away saying it wasn't his fault. Let's be positive. And they will reply with, you're a soul in distress. Ouch. This is... Turns out... misery. Turns out... that was probably a bad choice. I'm starting to think. That seems a bit... this is a bit entitled, isn't it? Turns out if you... I suppose you can create your love, but in the end, it be not so easy. He's feeling very entitled right now, isn't he? Dear oh dear, I should not have taken his side. I don't know what this means, or what this is going to get the reaction out of. It's not, I'd say. You're an evil creature. Why would I trust you? Rude. Very rude. Let's go with this side, shall we? I'd be curious to see. A very cynical corpse we've revived, haven't we? Oh. Well, I suppose there was only one way to end. Sorry, mate. Tried my best. Au revoir, my friends. Salute. Well, this ended terribly. Whee! There was probably a way to stop this from happening. A way I know not of. Salute indeed. The bloody French, I tell you. Miserable sods, aren't they? Region Île-de-France. Ah, France, de belle. La Belle Games. Cedric Bosch. Laurent Chola. Laurent de Croda. Well, suppose that ended as well as it possibly could have. Short little trip that was. Good God. Really stuffed that one up, didn't we? Wonder if there was an easy way, a good way, or a good ending. I suspect there wasn't, was there? I wonder what endings there were. Pretty rude on her part. Are they on YouTube? I don't know, but I think I just found some there. There's Silentium, where I think he appears to choose his own death. Creator, which way you go find Victor Frankenstein, I assume. And Allium White, which is where he knocks out the black monster. And White, the black, which I did. And apparently Vindictica, which apparently ends with a murder. Good times. There's 5 endings, and they're on YouTube. Fun. Is there any point in watching them? I don't see much point. We got our ending. That's the end of our story. I think that's more poetic that way. More artistic, don't you think? To leave it there. As our chosen ending. In the end, they are, in a way, freed from suffering, if not through the Seymour solution. A cup I raise in reverence to the poor old bastard. More French. You want more French, do you? There you go. French. Oh. There we are. Goodness, that was a story and a half. I wonder if he does actually meet Victor Frankenstein in the creator story. I wonder. Oh, baguette. Oh, ya bloody baguette. There we are, though. A short little jaunt, that one. Just one way to know. Do it again. I'm not going to. I can watch it. I don't think I am going to. I like leaving these sort of... It's an artistic game. I think it's nice. I'll leave it there. That's my journey. With my... Frankenstein's creature. Let's be artistic. Let me be poetic. Hey? But did you enjoy how much you watched? Or how did everyone enjoy everything? I know there were a few people who wandered through, not as many as most. I can't imagine this game has much traffic. And also it seems that after I don't scream for the first few days of a week, YouTube decides I'm no longer screaming. Sometimes I wonder about it. But yes... Interesting little story, that. Honestly, it went better than it went in the actual story, where he finds Frankenstein. Frankenstein half finishes a monster, decides he doesn't want to create another monster, runs off into the sunset, and the beast just gets angry at him. Frankenstein is equivalently seen as a bad person. But yes, how very interesting. I'm sure this will be completely different from the indie game we're playing tomorrow, because we're doing indie games this week. We've got this indie game, we've got tomorrow's indie game, we've got an indie game on Sunday? Yes, Sunday. I wonder if I put it on Saturday again. That's on Sunday. Yes. Oh, I need to be up early for that stream too, because it's a much longer game. I think. So we'll have to see how that goes, shall we? What was it called? Everhood, suggested by Pananav. But I think I enjoyed that. I actually started remembering the book as I played it. I like the Christopher Lee movie on the Frankenstein monster. Oh, do you? I'd be curious at an artistic movie. You know, I'm really curious about all those... I wonder if there's like an art house film version of the Frankenstein's monster story. The Curse of Frankenstein. That's a very long ago, isn't it? That's one of the really old one. Is that the one with Christopher Lee in it? The one from 50s or something? I've watched this one actually when I was younger. The Curse of Frankenstein. Maybe we should watch that one sometime. Watch it on Amazon Prime. Kinda want to go back and watch all the other old movies. That'd be fun. But yes. I had something poetic and profound to say, but I've forgotten. It's left my mind. But this is not a bad little game. Maybe you should all try and see if you can find your particular version of the story. So let me jump onto the other screen. Yep, my cup is very big. The more artistic version is I Am Frankenstein, where Frankie fights against medieval demons. Fights against the Lucifer from Paradise Lost. There we are. Yes, a little enjoyable experience. Very parcel size. It's nice to go back to a sort of point-and-click shenanigans. Played a lot of that back in there, you know. That was a bit what Galgora was, though I think I took significantly longer with Galgora, or what that game was, when I first played it, because I'm really not that good at that sort of game. It was very confusing sometimes. But both leave you with a sort of listful feeling. You're like, ah, is that so? I liked it. No, I don't know if everyone likes that sort of thing. Was there a drink today? Indeed there was. I think I mentioned when you came in, didn't I? Oh no, I mentioned when Mech came in. You came just after. Sorry about that. Today's drink was to match the greenery just the game started with. At least the first area, the first proper area. It was up in the top corner. It was really tiny. I didn't want to take up much of the screen. But yes, this one is the South Side. It is, according to cocktail legend, the favourite cocktail of, what's his name? Al Capone? Or perhaps it was his gang's favourite cocktail, because they needed a cocktail that would make their rougher gin that they imported during the Prohibition much more palatable. And so the South Side was created. Talking about the area of the city he was living in. But that's all according to legend, though, and I do like telling it. Al Capone's favourite cocktail. It is a gin cocktail with lime, I chose. You could have lemon if you wanted. The International Bartender Association says lemon. I chose lime. Some mint. Quite a bit of mint. I put a lot of mint in. Some simple syrup to sweeten it up. Shaking it all up. Poured it out through 2 strainers. Have a little simple thing. You can also put it's optional to put a bit of egg white in as well. To give it a bit of a nice froth if you want that. But I wanted the simple, clear drink. That was today's drink. But I have done a lot of fun stuff. Al Capone's favourite cocktail. That's a seller. Yes. It's a good one, isn't it? A good seller. But that's probably how they sold it. If it was not created during the time period when it was claimed to be created, then it was probably sold like that. Just like the, what is the word for it? The espresso martini, known as the vodka espresso originally. I think that was made in the legendary, according to legend, according to the tall tale told by Old Mate at the bar who made the drink originally. I think it was in New York. He claims that a supermodel came into his bar. And that the supermodel walked up to the bar, looked him dead in the eye and said, "You know what, mate? Bartender," he probably didn't. "You know what, mate? You know what, mate?" I don't think they sounded like that, but "You know what, mate? I want you to give me a drink that wakes me up and fucks me up." This supermodel so declared. And that's where the story of the vodka espresso comes from, or what's known now as the espresso martini, or that sort of thing. It got called martinis because they were popular later on, and it was a more popular name for the drink because it used a martini glass. And they had become all the rage. So yes. But it's not a martini. It's an interesting story, that one. I have a really good picture of espresso martini. I made one, speaking of, and it looked really nice. I wonder if I ever got the picture off my phone. So he's developed an Australian accent. I'm going to stare deep into your souls while I find this espresso martini picture I took a while back. Yeah, I made a spectacular one. Different background, because I was in another state at the time. Let me get this picture, but yes, it's an interesting one. I do like that story, though. Give me something that wakes me up and fucks me up. It's very good. I appreciate that. It's a very Australian way of thinking, frankly. Give me my motion back. Gonna see me again, mate? There we are. You would never see this one on stream, unfortunately, because it's too early to start drinking in the morning. And too late to do it at nighttime, because these espresso martinis are strong in caffeine-wise, because they have both 2 shots of espresso in them. And so you'll never probably see this on stream. Unfortunately, for all of you. So this is the picture. Look at it. A spectacular picture. Because it's just a poor drink to drink, unless I'm starting to stream at like 12 PM. Or 1 PM for me, maybe. Because it stops me from sleeping, it's that strong. Look at it. Spectacular picture. It's one of my favourite pictures. Look at that bean placement. I actually was making this one for my niece. She wanted me to make her a drink, and so I did. While I was visiting her. They're all excited for me to suddenly develop an interest in drinks. They are. Because now they can get me to make drinks for them and actually have some nice cocktails instead of just throwing cocktails together with whatever they've got. None of them have ever developed an interest, but they do like other people to make them for them. So now their uncle has suddenly decided to get into cocktails. They're all like, oh, sweet. We can get him to do it for us. Then we don't have to go through the effort of making cocktails. Amazing. I do enjoy doing it, so it's fine. But yes, other than that... Here's a question. What tea should I have for tomorrow's stream? One more move and that drink will be all on the floor. I know, right? I managed to get that down to the pool at that house. Down 2 flights of stairs to the pool. Because this niece has a pool at her house. They're all sitting at the side of the pool, relaxing during the summer. And I managed to get that all the way down to the pool without spilling a drop. Bloody masterful. More hand stability than a... I don't know what has hand stability. A surgeon. My hands were more stable than a bloody surgeon. I came down like a bloody waiter. It was like a butler. I had my hand behind my back. I was wearing a vest. A black vest and white shirt. No, I wasn't, but... I was a master. I was impressed with myself. I was so impressed. Looked as perfect as it did the moment I made it. One of the proudest moments of my life. And I've lived a pretty long life with lots of proud moments. Still got it from when I used to do waiting. Even though it's been a few decades since I ever waited a table. But yes, what tea should I have for tomorrow's stream? Should I go with a green tea or a black tea? Please say the black tea. I don't know why I'm asking. I'm gonna do the black tea, but... You know, which one would you prefer? The green tea takes a lot more effort. But it might be more interesting. But the black tea is, oh so delicious. Suddenly shut up to my favorite tea, actually. Don't know if I'll give you the chance to answer that question. Because I did pick up new tea. 2 new teas. Yesterday, in fact. I also picked up some more whiskey. Another bottle. I got a new bottle of smoky Isla Scotch, which you'll get to see on another stream. I'm very happy with it. I should make some cocktails out of it now. It's all mine and not shared with my nephew. While you're ruminating on that, though, we shall start signing off. I don't have a favourite tea, to be honest. Fair enough. Black tea it is. So let's sign off, as always. Good night. Sleep tight, and don't let the creeping existential dread brought about by the fact that you didn't choose to be born from biting. I don't know if that makes sense. Let me try that again. Good night, sleep tight. Actually, no, good night, sweet dreams. And don't let the creeping existential dread caused by the fact you didn't choose to be born make you scream. There we are. There's the rhyme. Wonderful. Good night. Let us all contemplate our existence now, shall we? Nighty night, nighty night.